welcome to Cranbersher Answers Questions number 2. So this has become a theme, I guess. So, there you go. Also, if I sound sick, it's because I am. Again. How long have you been doing stop motion animating? Did you take any classes that taught you some techniques? Or have you been teaching yourself as you go along? I've been doing it since I was about 8 or 9, I think. And no, I haven't taken any classes. I've just been reading books and through experience, I guess. How many frames per second do you record at? Also, what stop motion program do you use? I record at a juicy 24 frames per second, and I use Dragon Frame, which is pretty much the industry standard for stop motion software. What was the first musical instrument you learned? It was piano. And then after that, guitar. Are you a fan of dolphins or any other aquatic animals? Sure. I mean, I don't hate any of them. None of them have wronged my family in any way or something, so yeah, I don't have any problems with any aquatic animals. I like them all. How old are you? And do you enjoy any other forms of art? Like this many. And I enjoy just drawing and painting, but more so drawing. Are you going to do other animations for other YouTubers besides Markiplier? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. What do you prefer? Animating objects like paper boxes or puppets? I don't know, I guess it depends on what I'm doing with them. I mean, animating objects is obviously a lot easier because there's less stuff to move around. But, I mean, puppets, you could pretty much give them life in a way, which is kind of cool. Have you or will you use a green screen to blend stop motion and film footage, like a live background? Huh. It's a pretty good idea. I've been watching the animations you've done for Mark, and I've noticed that the mouth and eyebrows always move. Well, duh! My question for you is, what do you use to keep the mouth and eyebrows on, but still be able to move them around like normal? You brush on a little bit of Vaseline, so it's sticky, but it's not permanently stuck. Do you bat like... Oh. Do you bat like... I'm not sure what you're asking, but here's that face you wanted. What programs Dobyou use for editing? And are you planning on selling any of the puppets? Or do you keep them as trophies in a dark room where they will never come out? Well, I use Adobe Premiere for most of the typical editing stuff, and Photoshop for editing some of the frames. And I typically use puppets until they break, so I can't really sell them. But I mean, it's a thought. I thoroughly enjoy your videos and love seeing new ones in my feed. Thank you. My question for you is this. How do you come up with stories for your animations, i.e. past experiences, stories you've heard, mix of many things, etc.? I really don't know. For example, the plot of 476 came from me thinking about a lemon. Interpret that how you will. Which one of your videos are you most proud of? Well, that's tough. Ones that are already out right now, I think Markiplier Stranded Deep, just because I think it's the best animated one so far. But in the future, I think the one I'm working on now is going to be the one I'm most proud of. How do you pronounce your YouTube name? Alright, say it with me. Chortle. Chortle. Chor? Tull. What in hell possessed you to pick the name Cranbersher? Alright, I'm gonna reenact the scenario for you. What should it be? Cranberry? Oh, man. Perfect. Alright, this last one isn't really a question, but I thought I'd address it. You for sure inspired me to try and start animating. I suck at it, and I'm just using Pivot, but still, it counts. The fact that I'm inspiring people to, like, start animating is actually kind of amazing to me. Seeing as, I mean, I was inspired by a bunch of other people before I started. And I mean, you gotta start somewhere. And no matter how bad you think you're doing right now, you can only improve. So, keep doing it. It's really rewarding. Alright, that's it for Q&A number 2. Leave any more questions you may have down in the comments, and I will answer them in the future. Thank you so much for watching.